ChatGPT is still hot, but who else is playing in the generative AI game?
Hello, Kiwis. We are going to review an article today that has been posted by Wired, and a professor that I follow in AI from MBZU AI Abu Dhabi posted that he is featured later in the article. We will review what stocks were hit because of an AI mistake. The whole purpose of the article is who else is in that generative AI game besides ChatGPT? Let's talk about the tech giants and a couple other details.
Alrighty, hello everyone. We are reading over this article today. Welcome to Monday Article Review. I am going to come up with a better name soon, so welcome to the pilot episode. We are going to spend some time reviewing what's hot, what's the buzz, and I think it's super cute that a company like Lightning AI right now has their podcast called AI Buzz, and I appreciate how cheeky and cute this community is. So join us, Kiwis, as we go over this article by Wired Technology. Now, just posted May 12th, ChatGPT is still hot, but who else is playing in the generative AI game? As we know from October, ChatGPT has become the hot topic, and unless you're in the space, people believe that's the only product. We have other competitors like Meta and Amazon coming in with their products. So let's review what's going on. The days where you'd impatiently type out "switch to human" in a rambling chat box are coming to an end. The generative AI arms race has begun, and the fear of missing out has its grip on everyone. At the end of 2023, social media was stirred up by a chatbot that could produce text responses or create content guided by simple prompts in a stunningly human way. We're, of course, talking about ChatGPT, a generative AI, which is shortened for GAI. Keep that in mind. So that can create text based on training data it has received. Other GAIs can create images, music, and videos. Now, it was just announced by the CEO of Stability AI that the stable diffusion that can generate photos is now in progress, coming close to development final touches for generating video from text. There was also a hardware company that the name slips my mind. I will create a video on that in a little bit, but they work with Stability to create a hardware that has stable diffusion in it, and they were able to make some 3D images. It was so fascinating. So you definitely have to check out some coverage from the Unite event by Stability and Lightning on our channel soon. Now, when ChatGPT's flickering cursor moves across the scene and types out text in a few seconds, or when the artwork generated by DALL-E, an AI image generator also developed by OpenAI, when they win art competitions, many of us are thrilled and scared. A future where AI can undertake increasingly complicated tasks and eventually replace humans seems ever more possible. We've seen this. AI has come close to passing the bar exam for the lawyer practitioners, right? Everyone is afraid. So, my goal on this channel, for anyone who's new here, is to be the friendly face of AI. Let's review, let's talk about it. And the best way to understand what's going on is to spend time understanding what's going on. There's no need to run away anymore. There's nowhere to run, there's no island to hide to. We've got to face it head on. Face everything and rise. According to research by Gartner in 2023, in 2 years now, the global market for generative AI is expected to reach 18.5 billion, with 75% of enterprises using some form of GAI tech in their businesses. As we saw, there's been thousands and thousands of layoffs while robotic process automation has been coming into effect. Yes, it's terrifying, but there are new jobs developing. For instance, prompt engineering and to be an AI agent. So start learning how everything works so that we can tackle it together. Also, AI consultants, right? If you understand what you're doing and you can solve a problem really quickly, unfortunately, it is going to be a consulting business. So let's keep going step by step. Naturally, the generative AI arms race is becoming fierce amongst the tech giants. No one wants to be left out. Can you just imagine being amongst them, being like, competitive? Oh, you developed this? I'm going to develop this in 3 days. It's a little bit scary how fast it's going. And you'll see in the article here in just a moment that they're saying, once a product was released, then China released something the next day or something like that, which let's just get into it. So let's start out. Who else is in this generative AI competitive run, right? Microsoft and OpenAI. So, for instance, any backstory for you all, Microsoft is backing up OpenAI. I thought they had acquired them, but they put some money down into, let's say, a partnership, the way that it's written here. Microsoft backed OpenAI, excuse me. Um, so they work together. They're definitely providing some funding there, etc. So it sparked the generative AI craze. ChatGPT set a user growth record over 100 million active users in 2 months. So OpenAI gave an exclusive license of technology behind its GPT-3 model, a powerful machine learning model trained with internet data. So in Microsoft in 2023, after receiving the $1 billion investment from the tech titan in 2019. So this has been going on for a while. It just became more hot public news once ChatGPT took over the public mainstream. The two work closely together through Microsoft's supercomputing cloud platform, Azure. And on this channel, I want everyone to know that Microsoft Azure has so many free um, learning opportunities for their AI programs, and we're going to go through them step by step together. So, in an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Microsoft's CEO announced that the company's plan to make OpenAI's foundational systems available to all as commercial platforms. I see. So, we're going to be able to utilize everything that OpenAI is working on. So, OpenAI then introduced an API, an application programming interface for GPT-4 in March. The technology behind ChatGPT. Okay, replace me with an AI. I keep fumbling over my words a little bit this afternoon. Looks like someone needs a nap. Okay, the technology behind ChatGPT also powers Microsoft's Bing chatbot, which has received criticism for inappropriate responses, which is the biggest critique is hallucinations and inappropriate responses and also false, which is it's instead of creating something fake, aka a hallucination, completely messing up a fact is a big factor. Okay, let's stay focused. At the end of March, an open letter signed by the several big names in tech, including Elon Musk, call for a pause on AI models larger than GPT. This went viral. Nonetheless, Microsoft promised a multi-year, multi-billion-dollar investment to OpenAI, despite planning to lay off 10,000 employees. As we talked, they are getting away with original skills, and we are going to transition into other skills. So it is fearful now, but there will be a lot of management needed in the future. So keep your eye out on the hot topics and we'll check out more on this channel. All right, moving forward. Google immediately followed with the purchase of DeepMind. Have you heard of it? Google became an OG in the generative AI game. DeepMind gained fame when AlphaGo, an AI-powered Go playing robot, do you know Go? It's a game, defeated the human Go player. So Google released its language model BERT in 2018. BERT achieved state-of-the-art results at the time in a wide range of NLP tasks, just like answering questions and analyzing sentiment. It inspired other language models like ChatGPT 3. Excuse me, GPT-3. Okay, I'm I will get replaced by AI today. Okay. However, the glorious achievements were tarnished when the latest Lambda powered Bard made a factual mistake on its public debut. It mistook the James Webb Space Telescope as the first to take pictures of the planet outside of the solar system, whereas the European Very Large Telescope was the first to take the shots. With the one wrong answer, Bard caused a $100 billion drop in Google's shares. Cancel culture is getting in here. They're saying, you made a mistake. I don't want to be part of your games. It's unfortunate because it is a race. So everyone is trying to deploy everything as fast as possible. But oops, they made a mistake. Goodbye. And I believe that pressure must be so gruesome for those tech giants. So Amazon Web Services and Hugging Face making its waves in the last few years. So Amazon hopped on this generative AI bandwagon by jumping in and taking over Hugging Face. So in 2002, Amazon launched a new feature through its Alexa voice assistant. This feature was powered by generative AI and could create stories for children when prompted with specific themes. While it didn't make much noise, Amazon CEO Andy Jassy said, most large, deeply technical companies like ours have been working on these very large GAI models themselves for a long time. It is uncertain whether Amazon has been developing its own GAI models that could rival those of Microsoft and Google. But its edge over the other competitors as Amazon Web Services, the most widely used cloud computing platform with 34% market share in cloud infrastructure services as of the end of 2002. By partnering with Hugging Face, a repository of 100,000 free machine learning models with over 1 million daily downloads, brought more players to the arena. Let's do a quick overview. We have Microsoft, we have Google, we have Amazon, and now we're going to go over a Chinese tech giant called Baidu and also Meta, and that's going to be the ends. But then we have a little bit of a summary here, and so let's just run through it really fastly. So the Chinese tech giant brought in Ernie Bot one day after Bard. So yeah, they're watching Google and they're ready to go. So this boosted the Hong Kong listed shares by 16% and the US shares of Baidu by 11.2%. We plan to embed Ernie into Baidu search, which I actually am not familiar with Baidu, so that's actually a learning opportunity for me. It looks from this article that they are a competitor of Google. And as we continue to be more involved internationally, we need to know what's going on. So, CEO of Baidu said in Q4 22 earnings call, we believe this will reshape information generation, help attract more users, and gain market share. Very businessy for them. But Baidu's advantage draws from its extensive ecosystem covering various consumer based services. Nevertheless, this advantage could prove to be a problem. Ernie's training included massive amounts of information from sources like Wikipedia and Reddit that were both blocked in China. So, if its content generation runs afoul of government limitations, it will grapple with strict censorship from the Chinese government. So, how is it trained on information it can't reach after? Write in the comments. What did I miss? So, Meta. And Meta has been in the game also. So they failed with Blunderbot and Galactica, but then they also have Llama, which you will see with a llama. It's a large language model, Meta AI, and they're creating a collection of language models. But they're making sure to say they're not powering Chatbots. So it looks like they're going to go for a non-commercial license focused on research use cases. So looking for some NGO, university, and research work. The company's creation leaked online in March, arousing concerns from all sides. Okay. But they're trying to address the risk of bias, toxic comments, and hallucination in large language models. Now, a quick overview. This is a cute graphic on the site. It's saying here what is a parameter, and they're asking the ChatGPT to explain it in a simple way. But I'm just going to skip over that. Here, pause it and you can read it. All right. And just an overview, as we said, the key players: Microsoft x OpenAI, Meta, Google, and Amazon x Hugging Face, Baidu, the Chinese giant. And there's a number of parameters. We have GPT, Llama, Lambda, Hugging Face models, and Ernie. Now, the fear is creating hot competition, controversy. Fears over generative AI taking over human jobs and ethical problems raised by these problematic chat box responses lead to viral debates, as evidenced by the massive layoffs at tech giants. In January, Microsoft laid off 10,000 employees. Amazon laid off 18,000 employees. Google is laying off 12,000 employees. And Meta planned to lay off thousands more after already laying off 11,000 last year. These numbers highlight the growing role of AI task handling and leave a question: where do humans stand And how can they upskill or reskill themselves? The situation also worries people
Do you see here? I wrote a logo for a cooking brand with the letters J and K. We want to subtly incorporate utensils to kitchen, so simple of a prompt. Make a logo with J and a K.